Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute. CMFRI is one of the largest fisheries institutes in the country as well as in South Asia. The institute caters to the requirement of the marine fishery, the sustainable marine fishery resources of the country as well as augmenting fish production of the nation. Fish farming includes not only fish and crustaceans, but it includes seaweeds as well. Seaweeds are the macroalgal species that are abundant worldwide, and there are more than 10,000 species occurring in different parts of the world, and most of these are economically important. So in India we have these macroalgal resources of 700 species, and out of these, roughly 60 species are commercially important. It has been estimated that the country has a potential of 2.6 lakh tons of seaweeds that can be harvested from wild per year from the Indian seas. So in addition, we can cultivate these resources so that the production can be increased. The CMFRI is involved in farming of these valuable marine resources since late 1970s. Recently the Prime Minister of India, Honorable Prime Minister of India, has given a lot of emphasis on promoting seaweed farming in the country. The institute has estimated the annual production of seaweed which is somewhere around 55,000 tons wet weight, which includes the wild harvested material as well as the farmed material. CMFRI has given a lot of emphasis on seaweed farming, and the species includes Gracilaria edulis, Gelidiola acerosa, Gracilaria saliconia, and an exotic species called Capophytes alvarez. The institute has identified 333 potential sites along the Indian coast, covering an area of roughly 27,000 hectares, these areas are suitable for seaweed farming, and from this much area we can have a production potential of 9.7 million tons per year. Seaweeds are consumed in many countries, especially in the Southeast Asian countries and several other Oriental countries, and even in some parts of Europe also. So they are used in there are several products in the Southeast Asian countries, and the famous sushi is the sushi rice fish or rice meat wrap is made. It's wrapped with the seaweeds. Then comes the most important aspect of the seaweeds. It's a gold mine of several nutraceutical compounds, and for consuming the nutraceuticals extracted from the seaweeds, you can successfully control several lifestyle diseases. In addition, seaweeds, by acting as a carbon sink material, so they can be used to control global warming as well. And CMFRI recommends seaweeds along with the sea cage farming, because it also helps us in bioremediation of the waste material generated from the cage farms. The Marine Biotechnology, Fish Nutrition and the Health Division of CMFRI has developed 12 very important nutraceuticals from seaweeds which can combat the lifestyle diseases. These include the nutraceuticals for controlling type 2 diabetes, hypertension, arthritis, osteoporosis, hypothyroidism and so on. I'm very proud to say that the Marine Biotechnology, Fish Nutrition and the Health Division of CMFRI, under the eminent leadership of Dr. Kajal Chakrabarti, Head of Division, has developed 12 nutraceuticals.
CMFRI has developed various nutraceuticals from seaweeds. Seaweeds are basically termed as the wonder hearts of the ocean. and those nutraceuticals which we have developed or commercialized are used against dyslipidemia, named as Algamin anti-hypercholesterolamic extract, for use against arthritis, named as Algamin green algal extract, for use against type 2 diabetes, which is named as Algamin anti-diabetic extract, and for use against hypertension, it is used named as Algamin anti-hypertensive extract, and to boost immunity, basically antiviral immunity booster, it is named as Algamin immuno boost extract. So the nutraceuticals developed by CMFRI has been subjected to detailed preclinical and toxicity studies, for example acute, subchronic and chronic, and we could able to see that lethal dose 50 value of all these products are around 4000 to 5000 milligram per kg body weight. That signifies that these are safe for human consumption. Also, we did detailed histopathological and serum biochemical parameters also we have taken into account, and we didn't see any adverse side effects on various histopathology of major organs, for example brain, liver, thyroid gland, kidney and other major organs. We did heart, we didn't see any adverse effects on their histopathology. Also serum biochemical parameters, we could able to understand that it doesn't have any adverse effect on various serum biochemical parameters. In fact, we have seen the serum biochemical parameters have shown a very good, like for example very good lipids, triglyceride has reduced, and other various parameters also we have seen that they are good for serum biochemical parameters. So synthetic compound, basically as you know, they are developed in the laboratory condition, they are synthesized in artificial conditions, and these nutraceuticals whatever we have developed from seaweeds are basically nature derived drugs, means they are directly harvested. These biomolecules have been directly harvested from the nature and used it in our product, so that now we are not changing the structure of the molecules what is available in nature. So unlike synthetics, these natural derived compounds, bioactive compounds which have been used to develop this nutraceutical are not having any adverse side effects as I told earlier. So either on serum biochemistry or histopathology or various other medical parameters. So therefore they are obviously safer than the synthetic drugs and derivatives. Our institute has developed Algamin anti-diabetic extract, which we have licensed as Algamin Diabet-Ease to Pioneer Pharmaceuticals. The active ingredient of this particular product inhibits dipeptidyl peptidase 4 and tyrosine phosphatase 1 beta, which these two agents are responsible to cause insulin resistance in the body. So this particular product, nutraceutical, basically inhibits this dipeptidyl peptidase 4 and tyrosine phosphatase 1 beta, which leads to insulin resistance. So thereby causes reduction in blood sugar level as well as HbA1c level in the blood. Basically type 2 diabetes occurs due to insulin resistance, means you have insulin but it is not able to get absorbed in the cell, because cell is the factory where you develop glucose. Glucose is the source of energy. Okay, so insulin is not able to get absorbed into the cell due to the fact that the receptors are malfunction. It is not able to, because you know that glucose enters through the cell membrane inside the cell and produces energy. Now there are some receptors on the cell membrane which got malfunction, and therefore that insulin cannot enter inside the cell, and simultaneously glucose also, if insulin cannot enter into the cell, glucose also gets inhibited to be entered into the cell. Now that insulin resistant patients or otherwise type 2 diabetes patient, you can see the blood glucose level goes high, because glucose is there in the blood but it is not getting absorbed into the cell to produce energy. So that is the reason generally type 2 diabetes occurs, and this is one of the reasons basically type 2 diabetes occurs. And basically our nutraceutical focused to develop compounds which inhibits tyrosine phosphatase 1b, which is the part of the cell membrane receptors which helps insulin to enter inside the cell, and also dipeptidyl peptidase. You know, the dipeptidyl peptidase is one of the enzymes which is required to develop incretins. Incretins are the particular agents which causes insulin to be released from the beta Langerhans cell of pancreas. Now, the DPP inhibitors, the dipeptidyl peptidase inhibitors are essential to be there to enable the incretins to be released, so that now they can help to release the insulin from the beta cells of pancreas. The anti-diabetic extract, otherwise which has been marketed as Algamin Diabet-Ease, has developed from seaweeds by eco-friendly green technology. From the naturally available seaweeds, the patients who are suffering with the type 2 diabetes are advised to follow their the diabetic diet very strictly along with the medication. However, this nutraceutical you can take along with your prescribed medicine, which will help you to reduce the blood sugar level and HbA1c level and keep them under control.